So people connect with people. Everybody wants like to say like, oh, I do this. But like how you got there. We want to know the chisme. We want to know like what's the name. Yeah, like what's the name of your brand? What that means? Why you did that? Like when did you start? Like everything. That's why I tell my whole story. We basically started in 2008 when I moved here. So I was like, I want to be there. But I don't feel ready because I don't feel like I belong. Yeah. I don't feel like I belong because I was doing the rave, the sexy clothes, the thing that it was very on their own needs. So I didn't, and I saw all of you like really pretty, like all the entrepreneurs ladies. So like I didn't feel like I belonged there.
Yeah.
So then, but I started going to your events. So that was like, oh, I want to be like her. I feel so inspired.
What happens when you stop hiding behind perfection and finally allow people to see the real you? Because being visible isn't just about showing your face. It is about having the confidence to let people see who you really are and tell your story. This is She Means Business. A podcast created for women building real legacies. Here, stories meet strategy. We spotlight the people behind the brands, the decisions behind the success, and the lessons you can actually use. You will learn tools, resources, and honest conversations from founders, leaders, and visionaries shaping what business looks like now. If you're building something that matters, you are in the right place. Welcome to She Means Business. Hello, everyone. Welcome to She Means Business Magazine podcast. My name is Jaqueline Andrea. I am a photographer who dances, and I am also the publisher of She Means Business Magazine. And I really want to give a proper introduction to our guest today. However, I want to announce our magazine from July that is out. You guys can go and see the fully interactive digital magazine in She Means Business mag.com. Make sure that you check our brand new audio article because we're so proud of those. Thank you to Audio Inc. for collaborating with us and helping us put those articles into audio. So go ahead and check them out. Tell us how you feel about them because we are doing it with all of our hearts. So we have a full team of writers and producers and editors working behind the scenes very, very hard to bring this to you guys. So make sure that you go to shemeansbusinessmag.com and you check the interactive digital magazine. So, she is an entrepreneur, a social media coach, and the founder of Haus of SheEO. But her work goes far beyond teaching women how to post on social media. She helps women find the confidence to show up, use their voice, build their personal brand, and create genuine connections. And without feeling like they have to become someone else to show up in social media. She believes there is power in being seen as you are, less perfection, less hiding, more personality, more connection, and more you. She has shared her voice through She Means Business magazine, and she is part of the She Means Business campaign 2026. And today we get to know the woman behind the brand and the story behind her mission. Welcome to She Means Business podcast, Rosa Yaniselli.
Thank you. That was beautiful. I love it.
Oh, see? I got inspired.
I love it. Thank you.
Well, it says exactly who you are and what you do.
Yes.
And I want to say thank you for being here and give us the opportunity to chat because we've seen you. A lot of people know who she is, but what is Rosa about? So I want to talk about it. But for the people that may not know you, please introduce yourself.
My name is Rosa. I was born in Panama and I came to the US in 2008. Like many other Hispanic people, I didn't know any English. I came with just 2 bags and no money, zero money. I started working as a housekeeper. And then a few years later, in 2013, I started my own business making clothes for festivals. Like fun, colorful, everything with color.
Everything with color. So that was, but that was like fast forward in the whole story. But, you can read her story in the new book that we're going to be launching in October. So that is part that we're going to be talking about. And I don't want to give it away, but I feel that the way you said it was perfect, because that is exactly who you are and how you came to the States. So what has been the biggest challenge of being here in the States and starting from scratch, literally from scratch?
Well, moving away from your family. That's the biggest thing that always happens, is just leaving your whole life behind. Your dad, sister, and all your family. I'm moving with my mom because we didn't get I didn't grow up with her, so that was really, really hard, to living with somebody that I didn't live for 10 years. So it was like a whole new person, basically, because I didn't have that much relationship with her. So that was one of the most difficult things in the whole journey moving here.
So because you left let's say, the people that you were closer to, and then to your mom, which is still family, but you didn't have that close relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah. And what made you take the decision of moving?
Well, I didn't make the decision. It was my parents that made the decision.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't like like Panamanians.
Yeah.
We're very little in here. We're like a few in here. So it's not common that we move out. So for me, it was never like, the American dream, I'm going to move out with my mom. So it was more like my family thinking for a better future, because, I was like 21, partying, drinking,
were you crazy?
Fun. Yeah, I was. But that didn't stop me anyway. So that didn't even work like, she's going to.
If you're a party person, you're going to be a party person there or here.
Yeah, that didn't stop me. So that was the reason. It wasn't like, I'm having a dream to move out.
Yeah, right. So, but it was a good push, right? Do you regret?
No,
anything?
Of course no. Lately, later in life, I like it to be here more than in Panama, because I go to Panama and I don't see myself there, even though I would love to move out again back to my country. Yeah. But I also don't feel like I belong there. I don't know, I don't feel like I would love to, but then it's I think about the mosquitoes.
Yeah.
The rain.
Well, we live a very comfortable life here, so I get it.
That's why I love Vegas, because we don't have mosquito here, and it doesn't rain, so it's perfect for me.
Well, you have to go to my house. We have a few mosquitoes there. I don't know what's going on, but lately we have been having mosquitoes. Yeah.
I don't have mine.
That's what I'm saying. Come to my house. You're going to see.
No.
So you don't miss home.
No. Well, I miss the family.
The family part.
Everything.
Yeah. And we Latinos are very family oriented, so it makes it harder. But do you think that if your parents didn't make that decision for you, or let's rephrase that, maybe they didn't encourage you to move, would that be the case, and you will move to the States?
I don't think so.
No, were you comfortable there?
Yeah, I have my job and my friends, my family, so I was like, this is fine for me.
Yeah, you were comfortable.
Nothing was missing for me. Yeah, I didn't want something else. I was 21, so I wasn't even thinking on my future or anything. My future was drinking and partying.
Yeah, you were living the day. Today. That's usually how we are whenever we are that age, right? We're not like, I'm gonna build a future and do this and that. You're just living life, right? So, and I feel that makes definitely a difference, right? But family was one thing that was challenging for you. You missed your family, and then you moved to another country. So you started working, as you mentioned,
as a housekeeper.
As a housekeeper. In a hospital. How was the language barrier?
No, it was okay, because the manager was also Hispanic, and most of the people who do housekeeper are Hispanic too. So it was I didn't even have to learn English.
Yeah, but did you know English?
No. It was not hi, hello, how are you doing? The thing that everybody knows. But then later I went to, because I didn't want to be there forever, so I went to ESL, English Second Language, to the college. And the hospital helped you to pay one fraction of the fee. So it wasn't kind of cheaper for me to pay for the school.
It was a great opportunity.
Yeah. And then I learned English, and then I went to the nursing assistant school too, but I never did that.
That was far from what you're doing right now.
Because it was a hospital, so they help you paying with anything that is healthcare. So they will pay you a fraction, so it will be cheaper for you out of your pocket.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that was a great opportunity. You took it, you learned English. Your English is very good, but you were not showing in social media as an English speaker. Were you?
Always. Always? Yeah. My content has always been in English.
Okay.
But before before 2020, it was just picture, so it was easier. I didn't have to talk to the camera.
Oh, that's what it was, because I
Yeah.
remember you mentioning it, and I thought it was because your English was not very good looking or something like that, or like, which is mine too. But at the same time, I thought it was because of the English barrier that you didn't show up in social media in another language. But it was because it was mostly photos.
It wasn't like pictures, or I will repost somebody else's work. Because before it was like that. But then 2020 came, TikTok, and it was more like show and make videos. And then now it's more like talk to the camera.
Yeah.
But at the beginning it was hard because of the language.
Yeah.
And it's still hard for me to make videos. It takes me forever to make 1 30-second video because I will forget or I always mispronounce something. So I have to redo it and redo it and redo it. Now I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, it goes like that.
To it. Yeah, nobody
well, you know, and that's the magic of what you do, because people do listen to it, but this is how we speak. So people need to understand that this is the way we pronunciate or mispronunciate some words. I find myself sometimes creating my own dictionary. And sometimes I say words and people are like, I don't think that's even a word, but I know what you're saying. So I feel that it's the magic of really believing that not everything should be perfect. It's literally just showing up. And that's what you teach women, which we're going to talk about because that is very important. So after Rolita, you were doing very good with Rolita Couture, which was your brand for rapes, right?
Yeah.
So very colorful, very festive.
Yes.
And then suddenly what happens?
Because so in 2023, things are starting to slow down a little bit for me. In 2024, we moved out of the warehouse, life happened. And then because I was working by myself with the help of my husband and my mother-in-law, we didn't have any employee to help me sew everything. So I decided like, okay, I can do just little work, one client. And then I'm like, I don't want to sew forever because sometimes I go to bed like 3, 5 in the morning. I got like 2 hours of sleep. I'm 40 years old, so that's no.
That hurts.
Yeah. Next day I'm like, I'm totally useless.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need to do something else that I can probably hire somebody like remote, so I don't depend on my husband because my husband got the fabric. And I don't have to ask for my mother-in-law for help because she has her own things to do too. So I need to do something else. And then somebody gave me the idea to start doing social media, or especially Instagram, because people would always ask me, and I was doing it for free. Yeah, so I'm like, I give you anything, whatever. I don't mind sharing. I'm like, oh, that's a really good idea. So why not? And then I started this year in January to do House of SheEO, to help women show up on Instagram.
On Instagram, yeah. And I found that very helpful because there's a lot of women, I work with women mainly, and I noticed that there is a lot of them that don't know how to express themselves or what to post, right? The content. So you are not a social media manager, right?
No,
it's a big
Instagram.
difference,
Yes.
right? You are an Instagram manager. So you will create the content and post and engage and everything. So it's a whole entire system. But one of the things that I feel that it separates you from everyone else that I've known from doing something similar is that you also, because of your experience in social media, you also you are putting the women in a different position. It's not just like post with any intention, right? Well, not only uncomfortable, but also without any intention, anything to build from. So because and this is just my personal take, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but what I learned from you is that because of your experience on Instagram, you created such a beautiful pattern system, maybe, right? Where you actually tell your story, even if their story is not as pretty, right? Or maybe it's not as perfect, but you connect with the people that are actually following you on Instagram. So tell me more about that.
Yeah, because so people connect with people. Everybody wants like to say like, oh, I do this. But like how you got there, we want to know the chisme. We want to know like what's the name? Yeah, like what's the name of your brand? What that mean? Why you did that? Like when did you start? Like everything. That's why I tell my whole story. We basically started in 2008 when I moved here. How I became like an entrepreneur. That's why I like to share it, because I know somebody gonna be like, oh yeah, and I'm gonna buy from her. But with the rave, what I was doing, because I'm a size large, No, but before, no. It was always a challenge for me to find jeans or pants or bottoms, whatever. So I'm like, I'm going to start doing my own. So that was one of the reasons I started Rolita Couture. And I started sharing that, like, okay, this is my struggle. And I know other women's going to get that struggle too. So the same thing that I was doing for Rolita, now I'm doing it here. Like, okay, this is my story. Somebody else is going to connect with what I'm doing or who I am.
Yeah, and that's how you build your audience, right? And now you're putting that on somebody else's plate, right? Like you're giving other women that, sharing that information where they can become more visible in social media. And I love your story. I love your story. And, you know, part of what you're going to read in our July issue is how Rosa came to the campaign. And I thought, you know, you really touched my heart. And I know you touch a lot of people's heart because we are very uncomfortable sometimes, and we don't know how to take that next step. We don't know how to get out of our comfort zone. But what was that? What pushed you? I mean, or what moved you maybe to making that decision to be part of the campaign?
2024. Yeah, since you started doing it, when I went to your podcast launch, when I was going through a loss, and I saw you doing all this, and I saw you were starting doing the magazine. So I was like, I want to be there. But I don't feel ready because I don't feel like how do you say?
Belong, maybe?
I belong, yeah. I don't feel like I belong because I was doing the rave, the sexy clothes, the thing that it was very on their own needs. So I didn't, and I saw all of you like really pretty, like all the entrepreneurs ladies. So like I didn't feel like I belonged there.
Yeah.
So then, but I started going to your events. So that was like, oh, I want to be like her. I feel so inspired.
But you were already that person. You just never gave yourself that opportunity to actually show up as who you really are. And I love this because it's very vulnerable, and you are very open about it in social media. And again, that's what makes people connect to your story and your brand. And I want you to guide me more into that, what everything you do. But we're going to make a quick pause here. All right? We'll be right back. Thank you to our partners who make these conversations possible. All right, we're so back. I want to remind you that our July issue of She Means Business magazine is out. It's this beautiful blue cover. So please go ahead and go read it because we do this with a lot of love, and we need some feedback. We need to see how we can improve. I got into this magazine without knowing how to put together a magazine. It's been magical, a lot of learning experience, ups and downs, but mostly ups and learning. So I want you to go ahead and read it. We are here with Rosa Yaniselli. So how do people in English say your name? Rosa.
And that's how I introduce myself.
Oh,
nice
okay.
to meet you, Rosa.
Rosa.
Actually,
Okay,
Rosa.
You have to say Rosa.
I know.
I will roll my R just. Yeah. So Rosa is from House of SheEO, and Rosa helps women be more visible on Instagram through intentional content that they create by putting out their stories and what happens behind the brand. And that is what I want to talk more about because, as I mentioned before, I feel that everything that you're doing is truly, truly magical and helpful for a lot of women that might not know how to do it. So tell me a little bit about the process and how to work with you.
Okay, so the first thing I do is send you a questionnaire with 45 questions all about you and your brand and what you do, because a lot of people don't know who is their audience or why they're doing it or like anything. They like all their ideas on their head, but they never like sat down and write it down. So I'm helping them with that first step. From there, I build like a brand foundation. So I would put, if they have it already, their brand colors, their fonts, everything, and their why, their mission, their vision, like the whole thing from the brand, because from there, I'm gonna get content. So I plan, so everything I have done it like a step by step. So when I have the brand foundation, then I'm gonna create a calendar for 30 days, a 30-day calendar. I'm gonna be posting 3 times a week or 5 times a week, depending what do you need. And then I'm gonna write your script, your caption, like everything. So you don't have to do much.
Wow.
You have to sit down and read everything, and then obviously approve it.
Approve it, yeah.
And then we're gonna go to a content creation day where I'm gonna have everything break down where we're gonna create. And then, because I use Notion, so when you click one thing, it shows you everything that we're gonna do that day. And then it's gonna say like, okay, the hook, and then we're gonna do this, and then you're gonna turn your head to the right or to the side, or you're gonna walk.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's like I break it down everything step by step, so I'm not like, okay, what we're gonna do now. So it's like 3-4 hours, but it's gonna be everything right down, step by step, what we're gonna do.
So 3 or 4 hours in one day.
Yes, so we don't waste time.
You create everything for the month. Oh, yeah. Wow, I love that.
So because not everything is talking head, so we're gonna do B-roll, talking head, and photos that we're gonna use for different type of content, like B-rolls with a text over.
Okay, hold on. B-roll is videos. Okay, that's what it is. Yes, okay.
And then they're gonna have just the text over, and then we're gonna use the picture for carousels, and then it's gonna have a talking head. So different formats. That's why people get like, oh, in 4 hours. I'm like, yes, because it's gonna be mixed with other things. It's not just you 4 hours.
Right, yeah. So basically, you go in depth into what they do, and I'm sure those questions are also their story, how they became the people they are, the person they are, or the brand they are. So, and after that, you create everything for them. So. That's amazing because you literally had to just show up. But what happens with the people that are not used to that? Because, I mean, some of us are pretty good at showing up in the front of the camera, but there are some people that are not. So how do you work with these people that are shy, maybe?
Well, let's say my friend Leslie, I figured out that she preferred like this talking. So I will do kind of like interview style, and then I will just get out of the frame.
Okay.
So and then we can use whatever she's saying just for the video and do like a voiceover. So I will figure it out what's your best format for you.
Okay. Okay. So, but
instead of just having you like that.
I love that, and I noticed that she has been posting a lot more in social media. And hi, Leslie, how are you? Hope Ecuador is doing amazing. She's out of town right now. So. But that is great. So basically, you want to also know about the personality of the personality of the person. How they're like.
So better.
Right. So what are ¿cómo les dices? Como lo que les cuesta, right? Like, ¿cómo se llama eso? A ver, se me fue la palabra, ni en inglés ni en español. We have a problem. So their weaknesses, right? So, especially going in front of a camera, right? So. If their weakness is actually showing up in front of the camera, you will put them a voiceover, and you coach them through that.
Yeah, or just do carousels too. But carousel it will be, because you can do photos and then add other like different things to the carousel. It doesn't have to be just picture of you. Okay. So it can be a mix of things. If the first session is get really hard to talk in front of the camera, I will figure it out something that it will work for your brand. But the best is to talk to the camera.
Yeah, and I feel that, well, I don't know, how long do they usually work with you?
So we can start with 1 month to try it out and see we also have a good energy and connection.
That's very important.
Because I'm a lot about energies and how we connect to each other. And then it will be like 6 months. So you can start seeing results because you're not going to see the result on the first month.
Right. So it needs consistency. Yes. It needs consistency. So about 6 months it takes for somebody actually to see how things are going in social media. And this is very interesting because I feel that, as I said, I know a lot of people that do social media, but I feel that they basically, social media usually looks like a walking billboard. And we don't want, it's like we don't want commercials. We don't want commercials. What do we do in a commercial? We stand up and go use the restroom, right? Whenever we're watching a movie. So, but we want that will, you mentioned hooks, that it will get people attention. And we create that formula when you're like, okay, this is what's happening next, and see in 6 months how that developed. And I'm sure you're measuring it to see how you can. Yeah, and what are the main pain points of people that work with you?
So like not having enough time, because I feel like social media is another job, like another full-time job.
It is.
So it's like freeing your time so you can do things on your business, and then I take care of everything else that is going to be for your Instagram. So you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
and then, like a lot of people don't know what to post, because usually we do like, okay, today I'm going to post something. And then you don't know what you're gonna post because you're doing it on the same day, like editing, posting, scripting, everything on the same day. So it's better like somebody break it down for you, and everything is there for the entire month.
Yeah, and that is great because that you don't have to again do much. So you have somebody actually guiding you and helping you through it. And you know what? I'm gonna also bring this up because I love you. I love that. Without even knowing the actual name in English, you know exactly what the pain points are because you post them all the time. I mean, it's not that you don't know
the meaning.
The actual. So the things that people struggle through it. But I do applaud you for that because I feel that it's everything is a learning experience, right? We learn with everything and we grow. And I feel that the mission that you have right now with House of SheEO, it's so extensive, especially now that we have, well, not now, it's not new, Instagram is not new, but now I feel that we are becoming more aware of that we have that window, why not to use it, right? And it's free. I mean, so far.
It's a free platform, yeah.
It is a free platform. So how do you see House of SheEO in, let's say, 5 years from now?
So
there's plans.
I am. I sat down one day and write everything I wanted to do.
I love it.
So hopefully in like 3 years, if everything goes super well, I would like to open a content studio. Wow. Because there are a few in here, but it's not that many options. There are a few cute ones that you can use, but I would like to have my own, obviously.
Yeah.
And have a team, like an editor.
Yes.
And a virtual assistant. So everything will be like assistant virtual or something. I don't know, but that's one of my biggest dreams for House of SheEO, to have a studio. Because I had a studio before, but
you had a studio before and it was gorgeous. Yes, and you miss it. Well, but you were creating your own content there, right?
Yes, I was using it for my own. Yeah.
Okay, so you know how it feels to have your own studio and you want to get, and I feel that you're gonna get there. I feel, a lot of superpowers of yours, but one is that you're showing up for yourself, and I feel that everything that you're doing is it's gonna eventually come back. And then you built a business already, so you know that it takes some time and consistency, just like Instagram. So I just love that for you, my friend. And so tell me, House of SheEO, let's stay in that lane, but how can people find you, how they can start working with you?
And mainly on Instagram, House of SheEO, the same. Well, it's I wrote it different.
Yes.
The other way that you write house.
It's actually house in Spanish, right?
Yeah,
house.
House.
Como suena.
Yes. And then of SheEO.
So it's HAUS, right?
Yeah.
OF,
it's like
and then SheEO. Yeah. Where did the name come from?
I was actually because I was going to start a home decoration. So it was house for the house. And I'm like, that works still. So I'm not going to change it, yeah.
I love it. I love that of us women entrepreneurs. Like, we pivot. We pivot. And I feel that I love that you're honest about everything. It's like, because that's a reality of it. That's a reality. It's like, oh, well, this was going to be this. But then suddenly I actually discover another superpower. So I want to help women using that superpower.
Yeah, I like that better. Well, I like the other one too, but it was going to take me longer to start.
And what is going to happen with that one then? Is that
Nothing,
No? Okay.
Just get in my head.
Ya se te fue.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day, yes. But I feel that because of everything that you built and the presence that you have built, things are definitely going to come to you. And that's my wish for you, my friend, because you really, really deserve it. And I want you to express to the people that are watching, what are for you the easiest way to start in, let's just say, social media. I know each social media platform is its own monster, but let's say in general in social media, what will be, let's say, the 5 basic steps?
Open the account.
That's very important. Without an account, you're no one.
Make sure that nobody else is using the name, because that's the other thing that it took me a while to get my name, because I will go to every single platform to see what's taken.
Oh.
So don't use underscore, and then you get like a lot.
I know.
I don't know why.
I have a story about it.
That will be on the name, and then start posting at least 3 times a week.
Okay.
So and then make sure you have your bio, what you do, who is it for, and why you're doing that, or your experience if you have many years, I don't know. And then your highlights, make sure it gives you some information, and then posting 3 times a week.
And why 3 times a week? Why? Why
just
the number?
Just to try to
get
pick it up a little bit. Yeah, and then move to 5.
See Mia 3 times a week with the self-portrait studio, okay? Mia's helping me with the self-portrait studio. 3 times Mia. So that is a very good start. So open your account, make sure that it's not taken, even if you're not going to use it in the other platforms, it's good to know, or maybe it's used to claim it. It's good to claim it, right?
Yeah, I open TikTok. So I don't use it, but
you don't use it, but you open it. And I feel that's very important because, I mean, you know, if I know it's better to focus on only one platform, right? But what happens if that platform goes away? Yeah. Like MySpace.
Yeah, but remember that one? People,
yeah. So it's good to have the other platforms just in case. And I feel that claiming it will be a very good idea. Rosa, my friend, wow, I love everything you're doing. Again, I really love your journey. I love following your journey. I really think that there is so much room for you, and I'm so glad that you're taking up that space because you belong to it. And of course, you're gonna see more of Rosa in She Means Business campaign because that's coming up. So, and also because I know this podcast is gonna be airing soon, so make sure that you grab your ticket because we have 2 important events coming up. Raíces on September 3rd, and we also have our campaign event on October 3rd. So that's going to be really fun. So you're part of it, my friend, and I'm so glad that you are because I feel that people deserve to hear your story.
Thank you.
Your story is beautiful.
Thank you for inspiring me. I'm not going to say everything, but because I'm going to start crying again. But
and then we're going to start crying again.
I'm like, you know the text, so I'm not going to repeat it.
Yeah, thank you. No, thank you. I received that text and it really touched me. And I feel that, you know, like, thank you, because sometimes, and you probably understand this, like sometimes you don't even know why you're doing things and you're very hard on yourself. But then somebody like you comes and tells you everything and said, hey, you inspire me. You're like, what? Did I? You know, even that chills.
You never know.
You never know. So I think that's the journey you're taking too, and you are inspiring already a lot of people.
Thank you.
Yeah, believe it or not. So thank you for being here, my friend. And anything else you would like to add?
No, I think we got everything.
We got everything, yes. And I love that. So, guys, make sure that you follow Rosa. I know you have your other account with Rolita Couture. Yes, and also House of SheEO is house in Spanish, Haus of SheEO. Make sure you follow her because she has very useful content and things that you can put in practice right away. So, I see you shining, and I love to be front row and they're clapping for you, my friend. So, guys, thank you so much, Rosa, for being here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being part of this ecosystem we are creating with the magazine, with the podcast, with now the audio. We have Spotify. So make sure you're following all the platforms and make sure that you read our magazine, that we are really taking the time to put it out for you. My name is Jaqueline Andrea. Thank you so much for another beautiful episode of She Means Business Magazine podcast. Hasta pronto. Thank you for watching. See you all in the next episode of the She Means Business podcast. Hasta pronto.